Now, you want to talk about an unreal conversation about Henry Louis Gates and Obama's reaction to it? Well, you got to go to an unreal guy like Glenn Beck. He's on Fox and Friends. He's going to talk to Brian Kilmeade here, and he's going to tell us what kind of a despicable person Barack Obama is. Let's watch.
Unbelievable.
Why?
That is why?
Yeah, why?
For a teaching lesson, some sort of a who needs to learn what here? This president, I think, has exposed himself as a guy over and over and over again who has a deep-seated hatred for white people or the white culture. I don't know what it is, but you can't sit in a pew with Jeremiah Wright for 20 years and not hear some of that stuff and not have it wash over. What kind of president of the United States immediately jumps on the police, just like what kind of president would ever say, oh, well, yeah, well, he's black. Of course he was breaking into the house. You'd never do that. This guy has a social justice. He is going to set all of the wrongs of the past right.
But listen, you can't say he doesn't like white people. David Axelrod's white. Rahm Emanuel's his chief of staff are white. I think 70% of the people that we see every day are white. Robert Gibbs is white.
I'm not saying that he doesn't like white people. I'm saying he has a problem. This guy is, I believe, a racist.
I love that, man. I'm not saying he doesn't like white people. I'm just saying he's racist. Yeah, but that's pretty close, isn't it? One could argue that's even worse. And he immediately jumped and said that the white cops in this case had acted stupidly. Well, yeah, because they arrested a guy inside his own home. Okay, yeah, it's not a jumping. You have facts. It's not like he didn't know any of the facts at all, and then he looks and he goes, "Oh, one guy's black, the other one's white. I'm going with the black guy, and I'm going to say the white guy's stupid." He didn't do that at all. He knew 90% of the facts. In fact, he knew all the facts that anybody knew at that point. And, of course, I loved how Glenn Beck is dismissive of the teachable moment. Whites and blacks talking about this issue? Of course we shouldn't do that. Instead, we should call each other racist. That's productive. Way to be, Glenn. But he's going to add to it. He's not done yet. We got more and racial analysis by Glenn Beck here on Fox and Friends.
Most Americans, I really don't think, they don't see color. They are being forced to live in a politically correct world. And I've said this for a while now, and I don't know exactly what this means. It's just something that I just feel. The paradigm is about to change. And I think it means the media. I think it means politics. And I also think it means political correctness. I got up this weekend and I heard about this beer thing, and I thought, there's going to come a time when the people who have been forced to live in a politically correct world and have done everything that they're supposed to do and watch your language and watch this and do that and you can't say this, you can't be that, there's going to come a time when the public is just going to say, I'm not living in your politically correct world, and I don't care anymore. I know I'm there. I don't care anymore. You want to do it? You want to call me whatever you want. I don't care.
It's so funny that he's saying, like, oh, what are you going to do? Call me a racist? I don't care anymore. By the way, Obama's a racist. Wait, you're the one calling people racist. Okay. And saying, well, what are they going to say about the beer summit? Well, what are the non-politically correct? This is what JR was talking about earlier. What are they going to say? Beer summit. Oh, God damn it. I don't like whites and blacks having beer together. I mean, is that what they're going to say? What's the un-PC thing here? I literally don't even know what he's talking about. He says, you know, we don't see color. But, Glenn, it's easy for you not to see color because that isn't your problem, right? So when there's study after study showing that African Americans get harassed by the cops more than white people do, it's easy for a white guy to say, well, I don't get harassed as much. I don't see what your problem is. Yeah, because you're not the one being harassed for the skin color that you have. You're fine. So, but can you just go outside of your own perspective for a second and go, oh, I get it. If there are real numbers behind this, and the Justice Department has already acted in, as I said, in 8 different states, including California, New York, New Jersey, etc., and saying, hey, you know what? This is a real problem, and you got to fix it here because you're going after African Americans disproportionately in a way that doesn't make any sense. You've got to stop racial profiling. It's obviously a real issue that affects African Americans, and it doesn't get solved by you saying, I don't see color. I don't see what the point of the color is. But by the way, you're all racist. And how dare you try to correct any of the wrongs of the past? Let's just leave that be. Very easy for you to say, Glenn. But, you know, there's been a very bad reaction to him saying that. A lot of people are saying, whoa, that's out of bounds, even conservatives. So maybe there's a glimmer of hope that, that people are beginning to realize Glenn Beck's out in crazy land.